Fear is one of the most powerful emotions we face. It has the ability to paralyze us, keep us stuck, and make us question our own worth and our purpose. Think about it. How many dreams have gone unfulfilled? How many opportunities missed, all because fear held us back? But what if I told you that God's plan for your life doesn't include a spirit of fear? That instead, God has given you a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline? Walking in faith over fear isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about deciding to trust God, even when fear whispers that you can't, that you're not enough, or that it's just too hard. Faith calls us to step forward, to keep moving, and to believe that God's promises will never fail us. In 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, Paul writes, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." What an incredible reminder. Fear doesn't come from God. It's something that tries to rob us of our confidence, our purpose, and our faith. But when we replace that fear with trust in God, we unleash His power in our lives. The first step to overcoming fear is to trust God's promises. So often fear creeps in when we forget who God is and what He's promised us. The Bible is full of reminders that God is faithful, that He'll never leave us or forsake us, that He has a plan for our lives, a plan to prosper us, not to harm us. When we keep our eyes fixed on His promises, fear begins to lose its power over us. Faith over fear means standing on those promises even when we can't see the way forward. Remember Peter? When Jesus called him to step out of the boat and walk on water, Peter didn't let fear stop him. He trusted Jesus and took that first step. And you know what? He actually walked on water. But the moment he took his eyes off Jesus and looked at the storm around him, he began to sink. Fear took over, and he lost the confidence he had in those first steps. The storms in our lives will try to distract us, but when we keep our eyes on God, He gives us the strength to walk confidently through them. Next, faith over fear is about remembering who you are in Christ. Fear loves to attack our sense of worth. It makes us feel inadequate, weak, and powerless. But here's the truth. God created you for a purpose. You are chosen, called, and equipped for every good work that He's prepared for you. Ephesians 2 verse 10 tells us, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Your life isn't an accident. It's part of a divine design. God made you uniquely and has equipped you with everything you need to walk boldly in His plan. When fear tries to tell you that you're not enough, remind yourself that you are God's handiwork, designed with purpose and potential. Third, understand that faith over fear means taking action. Faith isn't just a feeling. It's a decision to act even when we're uncertain. Sometimes that means stepping out when we don't have all the answers. It means trusting God one step at a time, believing that He will guide our path and provide for our needs. In Joshua 1 verse 9, God tells Joshua, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." God didn't say, "Wait until you feel courageous," or "Only go when you know exactly what to do." He said, "Be strong and courageous." That's what faith over fear looks like. It's stepping out with courage, knowing that God goes before us and walks beside us. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to trust the one who does. Lastly, walking in faith over fear means believing that God's plan is greater than your fears. Fear has a way of making us focus on worst-case scenarios, on the what-ifs. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? But faith reminds us that even when we don't understand, God's plan is bigger and better than our own. Romans 8, verse 28 promises, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Whatever you're afraid of today, know that God is already at work in your story, turning even the most difficult situations into something good. He's the author of your life, and he's written a story that is full of hope, promise, and purpose. So when fear tries to stop you, remember this: God has not given you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. His power is at work in you. His love surrounds you, and his peace fills your mind, no matter what challenges come your way. Take that first step in faith. Trust God's promises. Believe in who he's made you to be. And walk boldly in the confidence that God's plan for your life is good. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to trust the one who does. Keep moving forward in faith, because when God is for you, no fear can stand in your way. Faith over fear. Choose to walk confidently in his plan and watch how he uses you to do amazing things. As we close, remember this: you were created for a purpose, and God's plan for you is far greater than any fear you may face. Let go of what holds you back. Keep your eyes on his promises and choose faith over fear every step of the way. If this message has inspired you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Conquer Faith for more empowering content that encourages you to live boldly in God's purpose. Together, let's conquer every fear with faith and walk confidently in God's plan. Stay strong, and we will see you on the next Conquer Faith.